Hello, Lifestyle. Today we're going to go ahead and go through e-signing in Transaction Desk. So this is very simple. I'm going to keep this video under 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to create a signature, electronic signature from scratch, and also when you have a transaction already open. Okay, so let's go with the first one. Let's create an e-signature from scratch. So this is your dashboard, okay? And you can customize this however you like. So for example, there is a lock here, and when you unlock this lock, you can move this around. So these are tabs that you can pick. So for example, let's say I wanna put transactions, or I wanna put checklist, you can just drop it here in the bottom, and there you have your checklist, okay? So you can actually just also delete this box and put as many boxes as you want, okay? So let's lock this back up. I believe this already here for you. And to create a e-signature from scratch, all you have to do is click here on this little pen. Then we're gonna name this e-signature. So for the purpose of the training, let's do test, okay? And you can attach it to a transaction. So, you know, if you have a transaction open, however, this is optional. If you just want to send a document for signing, that you don't have to pick a transaction, okay? So let's click save. Now you land on this page, and you have here the signing name and advanced options. So here you can go ahead and expire the document. So you can send it for e-signature and make it expire after a certain date, or you can also send a reminder. So let's say send a reminder, let's say 24 hours, and repeat every 24 hours, let's say. So they'll get a reminder every single day, okay? Here is there's an authenticity ID position, which you can pick where you want it to be, and you can also have the option to hide the signature key, okay? So I typically just leave this as it is, unless I want to do a reminder, but I don't do that, so it's kind of just leave it like that, okay? You can also pick whether you want to send it all at once, or you want one person to sign, and after that person signs, send it to somebody else or to the other side signee. Okay. Here you add the participants. If you already have if you're doing an e-signature under a transaction, you can pick from the contacts that you have in the transaction. But here we don't. So let's just pick someone. So we have three options here. I can add myself, or I can add from contacts, or add a brand new participant. So let's add a new participant. So the ones in red are the ones you need to fill out. Sorry. So let's say we put Pablo, last name Gomez. Sorry, Gomez. And you put the email. So let's say test@gmail.com. And we're gonna add, or you can also add another. Well, for this specific case, for the purpose of the training, of course, I have to put a valid email address. I think I forgot this. There you go. So now you have me. You can add as many as you want, okay? Now we can go here, and we can pick a file. You can create, you can select from forms, or just upload any files from your computer or from any drive. So we're gonna select from forms. Let's see if we can search as is. Here you go, the as is contract. We'll click that. Let's pick the first one, and we're gonna add it. Okay. Now we're gonna pick the roles. Let's say there's only one buyer. We're gonna pick myself, and we're gonna click save. Boom. So now I assign myself as the buyer here. Now we're gonna go to step 4. This typically doesn't take this long. It's only taking long because I'm recording my screen. So now you're gonna have a couple of things here. So this automatically adds the initials, okay? So you really don't have to do anything here. And I also believe he also puts the signatures. But let's say you wanted to add another signature, right? So you come here, you drag and drop, you add a signature, and you put it wherever you want. To add the date, you just click this icon here, and you add timestamp. Well, this is a timestamp, so let's delete this. I don't need a timestamp, I need a date stamp. Boom, and you put it here. You put it wherever you want, okay? So let's say you wanted to do an initial, you put the initial here, okay? Wherever you like. So let's say we put it here, for example, and there you go. Now, let's say you wanted to change people. So typically, if you have a buyer and a seller here, you have two buyers, you can change per person because these boxes and these signatures are for Pablo Gomez. Well, let's say you have Santiago Dominguez, let's say here as another buyer. You pull the drop down, Santiago Dominguez will pop out here, you click it, and then you can assign signatures or initials, all right? You can also mark up. You can do like, let's say here, we can put Lifestyle International Realty. Okay, and if you right click, you can change the font, the size, and the color, or you can just delete, okay? So that's very simple. After you do that, you click next. And you can either send the invitation as it is, or you can customize the email. So you can put, test signature, and then you can say here whatever you like. I typically put, let's say hello, please review and sign. Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So there you go. So you kind of just do that, and then you send it for signature. Okay. So it's that simple. Now, let's say we get out of here, and you want to see where your e-signature, when you want to track the status of it. Very simple. So all you got to do is go here to where it says signing. And here are you going to have all the signings you've done. This is all the signings that I've done since I started with the program. So here we see ours as test. Okay. This means that my signature was rejected, and this means that it was approved. Okay. So to see the status of it, we haven't sent it, so it's gonna go back to this. But let's go back to here. Let me show you an example of one that has been completed. And let's go here. It looks like this. So this means that they already signed it, it's been signed, and you can download the final document, which is right here. And here you have it signed by your client, okay? And all you have to do is view it as a PDF and download it from there, okay? Now let's do an example. Let me just delete this test. You can always go here and delete it and click yes, it's been deleted, okay? So now let's say you have a transaction open. So let me go to my transactions. Okay, let me go to, let's say this one. All right, so let's say you wanted to create a signature. So you have a form, let's say I have this form, and I want my sign to my client to sign. So from here, all I gotta do is click sign. I click yes, and I start the process all over again. But if you guys can see in participants, I have everybody involved in the transaction, and these you can add. If you go back to your transaction, let's go to e-signature again to make sure that I delete this one. So this is the one I was just in, and I want to go ahead and delete it. And now let's go back to transactions, which I believe are here. And you can add people when it comes, I think it's all over here. So in contacts, you can add, your sellers, your buyers, your listing agent, selling broker, and title companies and lenders. So you add them all here. So these are the people that are gonna come up in the e-signing. But remember, you can also add them at the e-signing section. Okay. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Wanted to keep it very brief and very quick. If you do have any questions, please call me at 786-366-9329. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.